Hello and welcome aboard the newest Targa on the East Coast. I'm Mike Porter with East Coast Yacht Sales, and I'm standing on board a 2026 Targa 27.2. I personally helped spec and make some build decisions on this one, and so really excited to show you around and even more excited to work with you on building your new Targa. So let's go take a look around the boat. Figured I'd start with talking about some of the performance specs of the 27.2. This boat has the twin Mercury V8 Verado 300 horsepower outboards with the advanced midsection. She's quiet, fast, and very, very smooth. Our top speed is 45 knots. We cruise at about 30 knots, give or take. We're burning about 1.5 nautical miles per gallon at cruise speed. So she's very efficient for an outboard boat. A lot of fun to drive, really peppy. She gets out of the hole quickly. It's a lot of fun. One of my favorite features about the Mercury outboards is the Mercury JPO joystick docking system that you can get with them. Huge fan of this. It allows me to single hand the boat in really any condition. I can walk the boat sideways, spin it with this little joystick right here. It's perfectly situated right next to the helm, so I can open the door, put a leg out, hold a line in one hand, and with my left hand just move the boat sideways to the dock. It's very simple, makes things really easy. I do have a bow thruster here in case I get a little disoriented, but really this Mercury joystick, I can dock the boat with just this. I don't really need the bow thruster. In addition to that joystick capabilities, this also has a skyhook feature, which is like your pause button. It will hold you GPS in exactly the orientation and position when you press that button. And we also have the autopilot integrated as well. So everything's all in this one package right here. My favorite feature of the Mercuries is that, in addition to them being crazy quiet and efficient. You've seen it before in the other Targa videos, but you can really, set this thing up exactly how you want it for underway. We can scoot my seat forward. And if I'm on a longer trip, boy, it's like driving an SUV. This is pretty slick. So you guys have seen that. If you've watched any of the other Targa videos, that's standard on the Targas. Accessing everything else here is simple. I told you about the bow thruster. I've got a searchlight control here, my engine keys and throttles, and then what else do I have? Up top, I've got the horn, all of my breaker switches for the displays. I've got work lights fore and aft, tons of lighting on this boat. And then my Zipwake interceptor trim tabs. So these are amazing. They've got auto pitch and auto roll control. So those will help keep the boat level in a heavy seaway. And then moving up top here, we've got a Garmin 7-inch display, our little Mercury engine data. All of our engine data can be displayed on the lower and the upper Garmin as well. So we have a lot of different choices there with the interface. And then our VHF radio with the remote mic over here. And in the center, we've got our black water tank level, house battery voltage, and water tank level, and the Fusion Bluetooth stereo up here. We also have a little chart light here, which is nice. Our switches up top, these are our light switches. Control all the lights on the boat, interior and exterior. And then down below those, I've got a 12-volt outlet, a 110-volt outlet, and USB-A, USB-C. And this helm seat I'm sitting on is the Grammer Avento shock absorbing seat. Big fan of this with the armrests and the headrests. This also spins around so that you can socialize with everyone else here on board. So nice little feature to be able to spin this around when you're in entertaining mode here. And just below our helm seat is the isotherm refrigerator with freezer compartment. And then our awesome little seating area here. Big fan of this. I love this gray sort of wool looking fabric that we chose here. So dining here, 1, 2, 3.5 over there, and then a fourth obviously in the grandma chair there. You pull up a seat here for another, but it's a nice comfortable area in here. And then when hanging out at the dock, you can sit like this and have your drinks here. It's a nice place to hang out here in the pilot house. And on the forward end here, we have this reversing position seat here, so your co-pilot can be sitting facing forward when underway, but obviously very easily converts back to entertaining mode here. And then moving just aft, we've got this very clever access to the aft cabin. So this is our sleeping cabin. On the larger Targas, you have a sleeping cabin aft and forward. On the 27.2, we just have the 2 berths aft forward is the head. So with the aft door model, we lift up. Very, very clever and easy access down here into the aft cabin. And I've got my preferred berth over here to port, nice big full size, and then a single berth to starboard. It does require a little bit of converting here. So I've got this filler piece here. When I'm trying to get dressed down here, it's nice to have this piece up and out so that I can move around a little bit. I've got plenty of headroom over here, all the way over. But for sleeping, I'm gonna put that filler piece in. And then to convert this side, there's a little latch. This stair slides over, and then that piece goes in. So I can sleep with my head and with my feet forward, like so, or I can sleep the other way if I want. There's actually good headroom down here, but my reading lights here, it's probably better to sleep with my head aft. And then the opposite is true over here on the twin cabin. So my feet are now touching the far aft wall. If I have 2 kids, they could easily sleep in here, maybe even 3. It's just a super long berth all the way back here. So plenty of room, not a whole lot of headroom, but I do have, this is deceptive because I have a lot of headroom up above, but there's a ledge here. As far as a 27-foot boat is concerned, this is pretty darn good. And I've got everything I need down here. There's 110 volt and 12 volt outlets. I've got ridiculously long drawer storage. Nice little spot up here to put my phone. Nice long storage in there. And then same with down here, these little cabinets. Great little space back here. There's diesel heat and air conditioning on this boat. We've got it all set up. And up top here, on top of that hatch, I've got nice fiddled storage. There's an outlet over there, reading light. We've got coat hangers here, my battery switches for house battery, both engines, and the bow thruster and windlass battery. Our Victron energy control here telling us what's happening on the boat systems wise. And then the Maybrew DC air conditioning powered by lithium batteries. We also did an S-bar diesel heater, even though this has air conditioning with reverse cycle heat in these more northern climates where you want heat even when the water's cold. This S-bar is going to be a lifesaver. And then a fuel tank gauge. Underneath the valance here, we've got these solar shades on all the windows. So these are going to keep the direct sun off of the boat and really help keep it nice and cool in here in the summertime or in the southern climates. It also allows you to see through them underway. So we can pull down, especially the ones up at the helm, and have those on a nice bright sunny day. And you can actually run the boat with these down. So these are really amazing, and we're putting them on almost every Targa unless somebody doesn't want them for some reason, but they're great. Back here, our window shades, we don't have those because of the angle, but we do have these nice blinds that will cover up here for when you're sleeping at night at the dock. And now let's move forward to the galley area. Off to port, you open this up, we've got a single burner induction cooktop with our sink with hot and cold fresh water here. Down below, we've got drawer storage. Here's our trash. And a couple more drawers. This is the majority of our interior storage here on the boat. And then we'll head forward into the head. Coming down into the head, just forward here, I've got everything I need. Electric flush Tecma toilet, some hanging rods here, handholds for in and out, and a nice sink here. I can sit on the toilet, brush my teeth. I've got a mirror, some storage down below, and then my shower wand here. So I can just shower right here on the toilet. I've got a drain down there. I can also stand up and shower if I like. So I've got everything I need here. Pretty awesome to have a little shower compartment inside on a boat this small. So let's go take a look at the exterior. Back here in the aft cockpit, we've got one of our 2 entertaining spaces on the exterior of the boat. 2 nice seating areas, port and starboard, and the little bench seat forward here. I've got storage underneath both of these, a shore power cord in there, and a 12 volt outlet on this side. That 12 volt outlet is going to be great for inflating or deflating your stand-up paddleboards or a dinghy. On this boat with the outboards, the preferred dinghy method is to do the roll-up inflatables. So you would roll those up, store them down in the locker here, but you want to have easy access to inflate and deflate those. I've got my freshwater shower here with hot and cold water. I'm a huge fan of the black powder coated rails. These are maintenance free. They look awesome. We've also got these Burnwind mounts. We've got 4 of them on this boat. So these are a multi-function mount. We can mount grills, we can mount rod holders. There's all sorts of different mounts you can see on the Burnwind website. They offer just a lot of versatility with this space, depending on how you want to use the boat. Everyone's different, but you can set up a fish cleaning station on one side, rod holders on the other. You can have them just holding a grill, whatever you want to do. It's really nice. This 27.2, we opted to go with the aft door arrangement. I think that it's really important to have the aft access as well as the 2 side doors. So this allows for free movement in and out of the boat in a more traditional fashion like what we're used to here in the US, as opposed to the more axopar entrance where we just have the side access. So this big piece of glass, this is great back here, and we have this overhang protecting us a little bit as well. And we'll take a look at our storage locker down below. With the outboards, of course, we have this massive storage space and systems access here. This boat is pre-plumbed and preset for a Seakeeper gyro stabilizer. So that's what that box is there. I can stand on it. I've got my lithium house battery bank, which is what powers that air conditioning system, and a lot of systems down here. And then moving back here to my swim platforms, I've got 2 nicely sized swim platforms, one on either side of the outboards. Really nice access in and out of the water here as I'm swimming, which I'm not doing today. It's freezing cold out. This is our shore power inlet right here. Of course, our motors. The Mercury V8 300s have this clever little access port in the top, so I can open this up and get access to check my oil or do an oil fill on the dipstick here. Really awesome feature. If you're not familiar with these new Mercuries, these are pretty amazing pieces of machinery here. So big fan of these motors. We've gotten them in cold fusion white, which matches the white of the superstructure in the hull. It's a really slick setup, kind of makes them blend into the boat a little bit. So walking forward, I've got these nice big wide side decks. You can see I've got this swing access door here with the outboards on the back. This is sort of my preferred ingress and egress off the boat. So really easy to get on and off for tying up. I'm not a very tall fellow, so getting access to the dock here is really easy for me. I can also swing a leg over the side here at the midship door. And then moving forward to the spacious bow area, we've got tons of seating up here and tons of storage. So I'll start up top. We've got our anchor locker with chain and rode. And right below that is my main center access hatch. And inside this is clever storage for the table. So I'll show you how that goes together. This post comes out. Table pops out. Slides out of its little slot there. And then it's just a tapered fit, so nice and easy. I can shut that. And these table leaves open up. And this table, there's a mount for it back in the aft cockpit as well. So if for whatever reason you want to be back there, you can have the table there as well. Just the one table and the one mount on this boat though. And then I've got 2 side hatches here. Port side is separated into 2 storage lockers. And over here starboard, I've got 1 larger locker. Center line here, where I mounted that table, is a nice deep storage. This would be great for fenders. We've got the hose set up here. So up top here on the bow, we've got our swing down if you want to beach the boat. If you want to hop in the water here, get off on a beach, you can do that. And then my windlass is offset, so we have that walkway. And I do have a windlass toggle switch up here at the bow. I've got 1 inside, and then there's a handheld remote control as well. All right, so taking a look up top on the hardtop, we've got a lot going on up here. So starting up top, we've got our Garmin enclosed array radar on the Targa arch and our VHF antennas. Just forward of that, we've got a couple solar panels up there, the flush mount solar panels. And then there's a opening hatch, which is great for fresh air at the helm. And then I've got a searchlight mounted offset there with the horn right behind it. And then these long range lights, we've got the LAPO light, long range navigation lights. This is my Garmin GPS compass. And then I've got work lights. These are the forward-facing work lights, and then there's one in the aft cockpit as well to light up these areas at night when you're trying to pick up the anchor and it's dark out. Thank you all for letting me show you around this Targa 27.2. If you have any questions about this boat or any of the other Targa models, please feel free to reach out to me directly. My contact information is right below the video.